Y'all need a pilot?
Before I go any further, look at the fucking YouTube live chat. It's like a fucking game now. Like in terms of like the comments. So Hunter's literally in first position right now, followed by Tanner in second place. Wait, now so the comment section is gonna be a fucking game now? Great. Great. You are a cookie if you are number one by the end of the show. But before I can go any further on that or more things, let's get the elephant out of the room. Jared, congratulations. You're engaged now. That makes two people getting engaged on the show for the past 2 months, and I'm still single.
Thank you.
So, I actually knew this right. Guys, I'm stop stuttering. I've known this since last week. Before last week, literally last Monday. I just didn't want to say anything generally to the public yet. And judging by the story he's going to tell, I think I'm glad I decided to wait. I mean, my God.
Yeah, no, that is the whole reason I wasn't on last week. I had told Victor and Chayton both that I was like, hey, I'm not gonna be
Wait,
on.
You told Chayton too? He didn't ever even fucking tell me. Oh, great. I'm hearing about this. I thought I was the special one. I'm the host. I run this. Anyway.
But yeah, I sent that out and everything, and I was like, hey, I'm not going to be on Tuesday because I'm going to propose to Morgan. And it's really funny because that didn't end up happening on Tuesday. Because I'll try to make the story short and everything, but because I was telling Victor this, I got the ring, so the ring came in on Monday. I saw my parents on Tuesday to pick up the ring because I was smart and had it sent to their place. So I had the ring on me, and my plan originally was that sometime during last week, me and her, we would go out on a date. Because we hadn't been on a date for a while, so we would get like ramen and sushi and then go see a movie, and I would propose during dinner. And then at some point Morgan forgot that we had a date night planned, and she thought about seeing a movie, and she thought about Tuesday because Tuesday is, the cheap day for most theaters and stuff.
Yeah, that's
especially
the cheap day in my neck of the woods too.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, this can work and everything. But as we were getting closer, and then on Tuesday we started to realize that we wouldn't have time between leaving work and the movie to fit in dinner. So that was just out the window at that point. And then I was like, hey, I know, we'll just do it Saturday. I'll have another chance. We can have another date night. We'll see another movie, or maybe we won't even see a movie, and that'll be fine. And then I started talking to some of my friends because we talked about getting together, and they knew that I was going to propose at some point this week. And I told them initially sometime during the weekend. I told them what was planned and all that. And then my best friend's wife texts in the group chat about like when, about hanging out on the weekend. And Morgan was like, yeah, sure, we can do that on Saturday or something. And my best friend's wife messages me and I'm like, Jared, I don't know what to say right now because like how's the hangout going to go and connect to you proposing to her and everything. So I was like, all right, I have to speed this up. So on Wednesday, I had the ring like hidden in this bookshelf. Actually, I thought that would be a good place. I went upstairs, brought it. Initially, I was going to be like, hey, maybe what we could do is Morgan and I can go to where we kind of had our first little date, going to the Sonic drive through. I was like, that would be cute and everything. I kind of was trying to insinuate us going there, and it didn't come out right, I guess. And so she didn't
come out right.
Just
That's
like,
what she said.
You want Sonic? Okay, like, and then that was the end of that. Because I was trying to be like, hey, let's go to Sonic. Didn't end up happening. Had to go to like plan D or E or F at this point. So I bring the ring down. I'm sitting on the couch. I'm trying to find some sort of in to pop the question. And I just kind of went for it. And I was kind of like, it didn't go exactly like this, but it basically went this way. I was like, hey, babe, do you remember how dumb it was that I asked you to be my girlfriend just randomly by like we were both sitting on a couch at that time? Do you remember when I did that and it was kind of dumb? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, well, what if I did something even dumber and asked you to be my girlfriend or be my wife while sitting on a couch? And I pull out the ring and everything, and she said yes.
That's amazing.
So yeah, it was very like I rushed it and everything, and honestly, I wouldn't have changed any of it because I'm glad we did it privately.
Yeah, because let's not make it a freaking spectacle like those fucking promposals. Besides those promposals, look at the new Final Destination movies. That new Final Destination didn't it start with a fucking prompos? No, it ends with a proposal and everybody dies.
No, thanks, Jose. Thank you.
Wow, but yeah, that's a crazy story. Yeah, that is pretty crazy. Now I got that out of the way. Let's talk about
things.
Let's talk about actual fucking things I want to talk about. Let's talk about box office first because number one, I'm surprised it's even open at number one. F1 opened at number one.
I'm
$57 million. I thought this movie was going to tank.
Yep.
And it
my guess is because it's by the director of Top Gun Maverick. So
Gun Maverick.
And also, it had the budget. I think the budget was. I think it was confirmed to be $200 million now, not the supposed 300.
I guess we can't, really. What's the word I'm looking for?
Well, then again, everybody got that wrong. Let's put it this way: everybody put that wrong. Go ahead.
Kind of like with Ford v Ferrari. Don't underestimate the power of a dad movie.
Yeah, don't underestimate. Also, the fact is that I think a lot of it was boosted by IMAX. I think IMAX boosted, and now that Jurassic World Rebirth is coming out, yeah, it's gonna make a lot of money, but it's not coming out in IMAX. F1 is gonna stay in IMAX for another week. Wow. So that's gonna help it. That really is going to help it. Let's also mention Megan 2.0 bombed.
Yeah.
Thank God. Yeah. I've said it before and I'll say it again. That first movie fucking blew rocks. And I'm glad
really
the first M3 gun was good.
The fad is over. Go ahead.
Hey, the first M3 gun was good.
No, it was not good. It was terrible. I gave it a 2 out of 5.
I liked that first one, and I was.
Life of Chuck is a 2 out of 5.
Oh, you shut the fuck up. Mike Flanagan's better than whoever the fuck Blumhouse is doing.
Yeah, most of the time, yeah, but this time he just blew it. But that's another story.
Well, you didn't blow it as much as Elio blew it. $10 million. It's over. It's over for Elio. It's a big fat Bob. It's a big Bob.
Give it a couple weeks. He'll find his footing.
I don't think so. I think it's too. The second, because I think Elemental started making money in the second week. I don't think this is going to make money. Now people are going to go see the fucking dinosaurs on Thursday night. So Elio and the kids like fucking dinosaurs, just like the kids like Pixar. And
I can already see a laugh track video making of my prediction of Elio coming a mile away.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I wouldn't do that to you, though. But, yeah. Look at this. Life of Chuck, 2 out of 5. Yeah, Transformers.
Well, to be fair, Transformers 1 isn't my worst one. It's last night, actually.
Age of Extinction for me, but that's only because I haven't seen the whole thing of last night because of
I have not seen last night
a headache. But, look, it has a number in the... But
yeah, just like with Squiform, just like with
Scream Scream 6 is a VI. I think they're doing the Roman numeral thing for 7. No, they might not be doing. I think they're doing it numerical, but they're not doing it Roman numeral. But yeah, Elio. I've heard there's a fucking report in Hollywood Reporters talking about the disaster the production had and all that other stuff. Yeah, and people are like, you need to support original movies. You need to support them. And look at you. You didn't fucking go see Elio? Come on. Absolutely ridiculous. People are hypocrites because here it leads me to another point I want to make, because everybody was bitching about this week about how Lilo and Stitch 2 got greenlit, right? Look, if you don't like the movie, that's fine. This is the live action version, by the way. I don't know if it's going to be remaking Stitch is a Glitch, a direct-to-video sequel, or they're going to fucking adapt the TV show. I don't know what they're going to fucking do with it. But the point is this. People are like, when Snow White came out, oh, Disney remake should go away. They need to bomb. It needs to bomb. Yeah, and they did bomb. But I told people.
Yeah, bomb because of you folks. It made money because of you folks.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say. This movie made money because of you folks. You paid to go fucking see this shit, and now they're gonna continue with the remake train, and they're making a sequel to this. You got nobody to blame but your fucking selves. Disney's unoriginal. How about stop fucking paying for their movies if you feel that way? For fuck's sake.
Folks, take off your nostalgia goggles. The remake is not a good movie.
But a lot of people fucking enjoyed it, and that's another thing too. This is also why I feel like I just don't give a shit about critics nor audiences, because they're both full of shit. I only care about what I think. Yes, I know it's a very controversial and very self-indulgent thing for me to say, but frankly, I care about what I think.
I completely get it.
I care about what I think. I don't care about what anybody else thinks. I care what I think. But, it's just, if kids clearly liked it, it made a bunch of merchandise. There's fucking merchandise everywhere. And the marketing was very good. That's what helped it too, with the whole Super Bowl ad and all that other stuff. It made money. And
doing what the original did and inserting Stitch into all these Disney movies.
Yeah, but it's better than fucking Minecraft. That's for fucking certain. I can rant about Minecraft is the highest grossing American movie of the year so far, and I still don't get it. Yes, this makes me look like a hypocrite because how much I hate Minecraft. Yeah, I know it does make me look like a hypocrite, but damn it, if kids like it, let them like it. I don't give a fuck about them. I care about what I think, and I think the movie fucking stinks. And I didn't pay to see it either. That's another thing. I fucking waited so I could pirate that shit. I didn't pay out to go see that shit. I pirated the fucking thing. Like what most people do these days. I'm fucking sick of people telling me, we want original films. We want to see them. How about fucking pay to go see them, damn it?
Watch Elio. Watch F1. Watch Materialists.
Technically, F1's based on an IP. Technically, because it's an actual fucking, sport. Materialist, apparently a lot of people fucking hate it. Gee, I wonder fucking why.
I loved it.
I wonder fucking why. And it's for the same director who did Past Lives, which is a movie I walked out on halfway through. So yeah, A24 is very mixed bag with me. I feel like sometimes because I think you know what killed Materialists for a lot of people? I think it's the fucking advertising. They advertised it as something else. And people were expecting that something else. And apparently, from what I understand anyway, they didn't get that at all. So it's called having good advertising. And people told me, oh no, Companion, which is my best film of the year, but I don't need to repeat that again. They shouldn't have revealed that she was a robot. It happened in the first 20 fucking minutes. They had no fucking choice. You want this movie to completely have no trailer or be as vague as possible and let audiences get fucking pissed off about I didn't sign up for this? Come on. The movie would have flopped if they made it even more vague or not put out a trailer at all. You would have not put a trailer at all. I'm just like, all movies have trailers. Okay, I'm ranting. I know I'm ranting. I'm ranting again about how I hate modern criticism. I hate audiences. I hate critics. But damn it, I don't know, man. It's just, to me, it kind of grinds my gears a little bit, just like Peter Griffin. So it's just freaking ridiculous. Yeah, that's enough. That's true, because Pixar, I think it was a TikTok actually. They posted something. They looked at TikTok and they put that something. They said, "Don't say Pixar doesn't make original movies if you don't go to the theater to see them." Yeah, you're allowing them to make Inside Out 3 potentially. But potentially, because it made over $2 billion, I think. So obviously they're gonna make a third one. But it's just same thing with what do you call it? That's true. 5 original films have been profitable. President's Companion, one of them stays. Sinners is the most profitable. That's easy. Hard Eyes. I think there was another one that did turn a profit, but I'm just not remembering right now.
Let me look up.
In terms of original films, and even with that, Sinners, even though it's supposedly an original film, it's pretty much from dusk till dawn. So how original is it really? I don't think it's that original. It's pretty much from dusk till dawn too.
The Monkeys based on Stephen King.
Oh, I thought you were saying like the band The Monkeys. I'm just like, where the fuck did you put the Monkeys from? I mean, the Monkeys made a movie. Apparently, it was not very good. But yeah, it's just, if you want original movies, go fucking support them. Go watch them. But honestly, get your head out of your ass. The social media stuff and all the movie community stuff, it's all a big fat echo chamber. Go by what your heart tells you. Watch what you want to watch. And avoid the stuff you don't want to, if you want to avoid. I'm talking to you, Star Wars fans. Anyway, I'm going to let that one go because before I rant about Star Wars fans for the 500th goddamn time. So.
No, Working Man's based off a novel.
Oh my, yeah, it's another thing. The so-called original movies that we used to get, most of them were based on novels. Look at the Tom Clancy movies, the Jack Ryan movies. They were all based on novels.
No, all not King of Kings. That's technically based off the Bible.
Yep.
See, even and one of them days is
Drop.
Friday.
Drop is an original movie that made money.
Drop, the piece of shit.
How
about you all go see?
We just talked about.
How about y'all go see Roofman in October? I'm not just saying that because Kirsten's in it, but I'm just saying that's an original fucking film. How about go fucking support it? Yes, I know that sounds a little indulgent, but go fucking see it if you want original films. That's all I'm saying.
The Cornfields in the original. No. That's based off a novel.
See, almost all movies, even back in the day, were not original. Shut up, Hunter. I know you. I bet you everybody was pissed off when that trailer came out on Wednesday, and everybody were like, "Oh my god, I can't wait to hear about Victor will tell you about this."
Okay, Materialists technically made a profit. Technically broke even.
Yeah, it's another. Warfare also broke even, I think, too.
That's technically based off a true story.
Well, most movies are based on true stories these days. You see, this is not. It's the so-called original ideas have been gone 50 years ago. Okay, these so-called original ideas. It's just twisting one concept around and twisting it around. That's what original means these days. Calm down. Even IP movies could be very good at times. So, like, calm down. And people are like, oh no, the Jurassic Park, or I'm not gonna watch it because it's the same old shit again. I'm just like, people are gonna go see Rebirth this weekend because of the fucking dinosaurs. It's people, and people say, oh, audiences are stupid. So is critics. Are we all stupid? That's what we're trying to say.
I think the movie Friendship is an original film, but I don't know the budget.
Now I better calm myself down before I continue to rant for 20 more minutes. Okay, I think okay, Soren, you can go now because... And yeah, that's another reason people are going to watch it. Scarjo, why? Lucas is going to go see that for sure. Go ahead, Soren.
All right, concluding my recent marathon cinematography, production design, makeup Oscars. 90 cinematography. Number 10 is a movie called A River Runs Through It. It's with Robert Redford.
Yes. Well, Robert Redford stars. He directed it. He doesn't star in it. Brad Pitt's the star.
Well, technically, he did narrate it. So
I know, but Brad Pitt, isn't he technically the lead, or is it Craig Sheffer? One of them two.
My pick, Unforgiven.
Unforgiven's a beautiful looking movie, but it's a movie I haven't seen in a very long time, and I was not in the right mood to watch it back then, so I gotta watch it again.
Completely agree.
Number 9, Legends of the Fall.
Another Brad Pitt movie, and it's Edward Zwick. I would imagine it's good because it's Edward Zwick.
And it was my pick, Shawshank.
Well, Shawshank had the best cinematography of the year. That's for fucking sure. I don't know why Roger Deakins took until 2017 to actually win an Oscar, but I don't understand that.
I don't know. Number 8, The English Patient. my pick, Fargo.
96. I would have said Jerry Maguire because Janusz Kaminski shot it, but I'm gonna go a little bit different. Was Trainspotting nominated?
Let me see.
Because anything Danny Boyle does, I think it's beautiful cinematography. Even though the movie literally is fucking disturbing at some points, like when he goes inside the toilet.
Adapted screenplay. That's it.
Damn it! Fuck. What would I choose then? I guess I would choose Fargo.
Number 7, American Beauty.
To me, the cinematography doesn't stand out about that movie. If anything, the script is what stands out about that movie.
Yeah, because it's Kevin Spacey's biopic. My pick, The Matrix.
I would choose The Matrix as well. Or no, was Fight Club nominated or Magnolia?
Fight Club, no. Moving on. Number 6.
Actually, no. I remember the cinematography nominations now. Sixth Sense, Cider House Rules, American Beauty, and then 2 other movies I don't even remember right now.
Number 6, JFK.
Never saw it. Again, conspiracy theory, the movie.
Either that or Terminator 2.
Terminator 2, yeah, that's why I picked Terminator 2.
Number 5, Dances with Wolves.
Dances with Myself. Oh wait, that's the Postman. That's what Jesus will call.
Number 4, Saving Private Ryan.
Why isn't that number 1?
Number 3, Braveheart.
That is a beautiful looking movie, though.
Number 2, Titanic.
Yeah.
And number 1, Schindler's List.
Oh fuck, that's why. That's why it's number 1, you fucking idiot. Of course it's Schindler's List. It's a beautiful black and white movie with colors at some points.
Now for production design. Number 10, The Madness of King George.
What the fuck is The Madness of King George? Is this some Shakespeare shit?
I've always wanted to watch that.
My pick, Interview with a Vampire.
Oh, yeah, Interview with the Vampire, Forrest Gump, Shawshank.
Number 9, The English Patient. My pick, Hamlet, the Kenneth Branagh version.
Production design.
Such a good movie.
That's like 4 hours long. I don't have that kind of commitment.
It is. I split it up every time I watch it.
For me, 96. I guess I'll go with Fargo.
Number 8, Shakespeare in Love.
Saving Private Ryan.
My pick, either that or Elizabeth.
Saving Private Ryan.
Number 7, Restoration.
What? What is that?
It's
Restoration.
It's with RDJ. My pick.
I never even heard of that movie.
Restoration.
I guess this was when RDJ was on a shit ton of cocaine, wasn't he? Yeah, I think it was.
My pick, unconventional pick, but Waterworld.
Oh, Waterworld fucking sucked.
hey, it is a beautiful looking movie, and you gotta throw the guys a bone because they worked through hell filming on sea.
Because Costner's ego he didn't let Kevin Reynolds direct what he wanted. It's all Costner. Can you tell I don't like Kevin Costner all that much?
Hey, you did like Man of Steel, so.
But that was only a fucking supporting role. He wasn't in it. He was only in it for like what, 1 hour? And then when he's directing, he's like this big fat ego project. Yeah, look at Horizon. Look how that turned out.
Did you like the movie Field of Dreams at least?
Yeah, I did. I did like Field of Dreams. I also like Bull Durham.
Number 6, Howard's End.
A boring period piece.
Number 5, Dick Tracy.
I heard that movie looks beautiful, but I just haven't watched it yet.
Number 4, Bugsy.
That's a movie I've been meaning to get to, but I just haven't yet.
Number 3, Sleepy Hollow.
So that's a beautiful movie. That is a beautiful looking movie, but I think the cinematography stands out even more than the production design.
Number 2,
I think that is Emmanuel Lubezki who shot it too. So
number 2, Schindler's List.
Yes.
Yep.
And number 1, Titanic.
Yeah. Absolutely. Considering the shit that James Cameron had to do to make the fucking boat.
Boat. Now for makeup. Number 10, Elizabeth.
I guess I haven't seen that.
My pick, Saving Private Ryan.
Makeup. Yes, because the gore. Yes.
Number 9, Ed Wood.
Yes, I would say the same thing about Ed Wood. Yes, that is a great movie.
Either that or Interview with a Vampire.
Oh wait, fuck! Interview with a Vampire. Fuck Rick Baker. I don't want to fuck with Rick Baker. I guess I'll go Interview with a Vampire because I love Rick Baker.
I think I would go with that.
Number 8, Braveheart.
Yeah.
Number 7, Topsy Turvy.
Isn't that Woody Allen?
No, it's Mike Lee.
I don't know
I
that
get Mike
one at
Lee
all.
confused sometimes. I'm sorry.
Number 6, Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah, because they turned. It's like Tootsie. I don't know if Tootsie ever won Best Makeup, but it's the same thing. Like, how the fuck did Tootsie not win Best Makeup?
Well, hold that thought. Number 5, The Nutty Professor. The Eddie Murphy.
Yes, because the fat suits and Eddie Murphy playing several. Yes, because and also Rick Baker did that. I love Nutty Professor. It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Number 4, Dick Tracy.
I heard Al Pacino. They turned Al Pacino into like this weird, like demented face thing.
Number 3, Terminator 2.
Yes.
Number 2, Bram Stoker's Dracula. And number 1, Men in Black.
I mean, wasn't most of the stuff in Men in Black CGI though?
Yeah, but the makeup on Vincent D'Onofrio.
Oh, that's right.
Now for 80 cinematography. Number 10, Tess.
Tess, Roman Polanski. Fuck.
My pick's The Shining.
1980. Yeah, I guess I'll go with The Shining too.
Number 9, Reds.
Never saw it. 3 hours
I need
long.
to see it.
My pick, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
Number 8, Fanny and Alexander.
Ingmar Bergman. That seems like a filmmaker that I would not like.
My pick, Scarface.
Yeah, Scarface. That movie. Brian De Palma always knows how to make a good-looking movie, even if it's shit. Femme Fatale, that movie's a piece of shit, but you gotta admit, the cinematography in that movie was actually pretty damn good. Even though the movie's a piece of shit, I would not recommend it. Hunter would know.
Number 7, Mississippi Burning.
Never saw it.
Number 6, Glory.
Yes.
Number 5, The Killing Fields.
Never saw it.
Number 4, Out of Africa. Number 3, The Last Emperor. Number 2, Gandhi.
More E.T. Fuck Gandhi.
And number one,
Literally fuck Gandhi, because Gandhi was a great. I'm sure he was a great man. I'm talking about the movie.
And number one, The Mission.
Never saw it.
Now for production design. Number 10, Tess.
More Polanski bullshit.
My pick, The Shining. Number 9, Out of Africa.
Ay.
My pick, Brazil.
Back to the Future. Fuck it.
Number 8, Gandhi.
Yeah, because E.T. is mostly suburbia. Although you could argue the ship is production design.
My pick, Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Number 7, Dangerous Liaisons.
I ever watched Cruel Intentions. The same fucking movie.
My pick, Roger Rabbit.
Yes, I would as well.
Number 6, Rumors of You.
Rumors of You?
Room with a View.
Oh, Room with the... Oh, yes. The, Merchant Ivory. Fuck, I forgot about that. Fuck.
Number 5, Fanny and Alexander.
Oh, boring period piece. Why the fuck everything in the 80s is a fucking period piece?
I don't know. Number 4, The Last Emperor.
More period pieces. Take a shot. It's gonna be a fucking...
Yeah, like with the Vic with the Lost references. Number 3, Take Another Drink, Amadeus.
Oh, God.
Number 2, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Mm.
And number 1, Batman.
Not a period piece, thank God. Like 3 times. Because Batman's supposed to be taking place in '89, but like it's like a 80. It's almost like the new Fantastic Four. It's it's 1989 in that Batman universe, but it's also looking almost like a mixture of the 50s and the 80s. So it's technically though 89. Anyway.
Now for best makeup. Number 8, Vic, you were wondering why Tootsie didn't win the Oscar, because number 8 is Quest for Fire.
That's bullshit. Dustin Hoffman, they literally made Dustin Hoffman look like a woman. That's just bullshit.
Actually, my pick was originally Gandhi, but now that you mentioned Tootsie, I don't know.
I love Tootsie. I like it better than Mrs. Doubtfire, and I love Mrs. Doubtfire, but I love Tootsie more.
Tootsie's so good.
Number 7, Harry and the Hendersons.
Oh, I saw bits and pieces of that movie when I was a little kid. I don't remember anything about it except for the Predator playing Bigfoot.
Yeah, that movie is best for pre-high school kids and not really.
Well, it is an Amblin movie, so
My pick, Hellraiser.
Yeah, because Pinhead, even though I don't know. It's funny because Pinhead, people think of Pinhead would think of Hellraiser, but Pinhead barely appears in fucking any of them except for the remake from 2 or 3 years ago.
Though, to be fair, I've only seen the first one, and I hear most of the sequels outside of the...
I heard the remake's fantastic.
That's what I've heard. Number 6, Driver Miss Daisy.
Oh...
Number 5, Mask. Not the Jim Carrey movie. The
Peter Bogdanovich movie. Yes, I know. With Cher.
Number 4, Amadeus.
Or I only like the song. That's Rock Me Amadeus, you fucking moron.
Number 3, Beetlejuice.
Yeah, I could see that.
Number 2, the very first makeup Oscar in American Werewolf in London.
Well, obviously, I mean, this is what put Rick Baker on the map, I think.
Pretty much. And number 1, The Fly.
Oh.
Yeah, because Jeff Goldblum, by the end of that movie, oh boy, he looks disgusting.
Indeed. Now for 70s
It's hard to make Jeff Goldblum look ugly, but they did.
Yeah. Now for 70s cinematography. Number 10, Bound for Glory.
I swear to God, that sounds familiar.
David Carradine.
It's a war film.
No, it's not really a war film. It's a Great Depression film.
Well, I'm seeing a poster and it's looking like it's... Oh, no, it's not war. Oh, fuck. It looks like a war thing. Damn it.
Number 9, Ryan's Daughter.
I heard Pauline Kael was being a real asshole to the director of that movie.
Yeah, it's not one of David Lean's best. Number 8, The Towering Inferno.
Yeah, from what I understand, yes.
Number 7, Cabaret.
Nah, I don't like music.
I've seen that movie, but I don't remember a whole lot. I kind of found it kind of boring.
Number 6, Cries and Whispers.
What?
Igmar Bergman.
Ugh.
Number 5, Fiddler on the Roof.
Oh God. Please don't let us review that movie. Don't let it be a jinx. I don't want that to happen.
It's on the wheel. It's gonna happen.
No, I don't want that to happen. And we already have our next week planned anyway. Oh God.
Number 4, Days of Heaven.
Malik.
Number 3, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Number 2, Barry Lyndon.
Yeah, I guess so.
And number 1, Apocalypse Now.
Yeah. What about The Godfather?
Yeah. Now for production design. Number 10, Heaven Can Wait.
I've heard about it. I mainly want to watch it because I want to watch the remake, Down to Earth, with Chris Rock.
Number 9, All the President's Men.
I heard that's a great movie.
Number 8, Patton.
Same thing.
I've heard that's a great movie.
Number 7, Nicholas and Alexandra.
What the fuck?
It's a movie about the Russian Tsar. It's a pretty underrated film. I think Jared would like it.
Does John Payne play a Russian Tsar?
What is that called again, Soren?
Nicholas and Alexandra. I'll put it in the notes.
Oh shit, Shane's
Yo,
here now.
yo! I'm just gonna be here for a moment because I'm at dinner and with Mr. Mason Lent's kitchen, my woman. So yes, check out AI Victor. Victor, did you hear about what happened with the AI Victor of yourself?
What the fuck? What happened? I don't know.
I made AI voice of you for my talk show on the Outcast, and you said you wanted to have a 3-way with Sean Baker and Ari Aster.
For fuck's sake. There you go, Jared.
And if people don't know what I'm referring to, check out last week's thing. Anyway, so we're here and we're doing all this. I think Team America's great. It's a great movie, very very pupperific. And Victor, go check out that Outcast clip. I think I timestamped it. If not, I'll timestamp it for you and I'll email it to you. So anyway,
bullshit. Now I know how celebrities feel about you.
I made character AI Victor have a 3-way with Ari Aster and Sean Baker, two people he hates. Anyway, Victor, you all have a great day. Oh yeah, that's also what Victor said. Victor, you said that Midsommar was better than Oppenheimer. Or no, you said that the Minecraft movie was better than Oppenheimer. Anyway, guys, I gotta get going. Top for now. Hashtag chicken jockey.
Oh, for God's sake. I cannot believe. Now I know how the fucking celebrities feel. Jesus Christ.
Number 6, All That Jazz. Number 5, Godfather 2. Number 4, Cabaret. Number 3, The Sting. Number 2, Barry Lyndon. And number 1, Star Wars.
Of course, fucking Star Wars. Oh my God.
And that's it for my marathon. And I have a little question. So I would do best costume design next, but the thing is, the first Fantastic Beasts movie won back in 2016, and I haven't seen all the Harry Potter movies. So
well, you don't need to watch Fantastic Beasts. Those movies are a piece of shit anyway.
Yeah, but I might feel dirty watching Fantastic Beasts in the middle of it. So
I'm trying to think.
So let me put up a poll. Which one do you want me to do first? The Harry Potter ranking next week or best animated feature ranking?
Oh, that goes up to like only 2001, so that'll be very short. I think it started in 01. Yeah, it started in 01. I don't know why it took them so fucking long.
Animation ranking sounds cool.
Where the fuck's the poll? Oh wait, only I can create the poll. Wait, can I create a poll? I wonder if I can. I think David and Shane have that fucking ability. Fuck. And I'm just a fucking stupid moderator. Oh jeez. I guess the votes are gonna be in if people want to fucking vote about Harry Potter ranking or watch. He's gonna say Chamber of Secrets is the bottom.
We'll see. That's it for my topic. Jared, you go.
Me?
Yes,
all right.
you.
All right. So I have some great news, which I also mentioned this great news last time, but I got it.
Oh, look, it's out of print. He got
It
the
is
out
in
of
my
print.
hands.
He got the out of print fig.
I know. I'm so happy, and I got it. It ended up being because when Morgan purchased it, well, pre-ordered it, it had gone up to $55.99. And by the
Sony,
time
stop overpricing your bullshit. It's
by the
Sony's releasing
time
these fucking things,
it
so come
got
on.
here, they had changed it back to $39.99, so I got this for $39.99. Very happy.
I think it's outrageously expensive. Why the fuck is Sony putting?
I know, but
you people write, "Oh, support physical media." This is fucking why people don't want to support, because of the fucking expensive bullshit.
And it really sucks because this 4K is fantastic. All of the reviews that I have seen and everything, I completely agree with. This looks really, really good. I still would say that like the Blu-ray is still very much worth it and everything, especially since most people will maybe never get their hands on this.
No.
Without pulling out a pretty penny.
Market.
But adds a whole lot of detail that there's just more detail overall, especially like with the armor and the mask that the king wears throughout the movie, his leper mask. The sound, fantastic. This is Dolby Atmos.
Yep, and I have the Atmos equipment to show it off if I did have it.
This is a really, really good 4K. I'm very happy I got this since it is one of my favorite movies. And I just really love this steelbook. Like, this is a beautiful cover, I think. Just very.
It doesn't tell you anything about the fucking movie, though. You really have
to. No, it doesn't. I also, I love steelbooks, but sometimes it doesn't happen all the time, obviously. In fact, but there's sometimes where steelbooks, for some reason, don't have like the title of the movie on the cover itself, like they obviously on the spine. I like it when movies do this, and like something cool that I think they do is they have like the title like in the eyes.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I kind of really
most
like
of my
that.
steelbooks. I gotta look at my fucking steelbooks now. I'm looking at it. Which ones? Like I have the Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning steelbook, but I think my steelbook one of these days is gonna be very expensive because it has the part 1 on the title.
I don't own a whole lot of steelbooks.
I also own the Charlie's Angels steelbook. Of course, they make G film. Don't own the fucking 2019 one, and I never will. But
I have but before they stopped doing it for Blu-rays and stuff. So I have Kingdom of Heaven 4K steelbook. I have Doom Part 1 and 2 steelbook.
I forgot they even did that together in a steelbook.
This one doesn't have it.
Separate. I have the steelbook separate. And then back when Blu-rays were still getting steelbooks, I have A Star Is Born steelbook. I really like that one. And even though I like the movie, but a lot of people don't, but I have to say that the steelbook is fantastic looking and everything, and it's because it's the Alex Ross art, but it's a glass.
Oh, that movie's such a piece of shit.
Steelbook cover.
Underrated.
No, it's a piece of shit. It's a fuck you of a finish.
This one has the title, Quiet Place 2.
It's a fuck you finish. That's all that movie was. Just like every single M. Night Shyamalan movie not named Knock at the Cabin these days. It's a fuck you finish.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's another thing. When is Charlie's Angels Full Throttle going to get the 4K treatment? The first one got it 2019 to promote that piece of shit awful one. So it's been about, what, 6 years? And they still don't have a fucking 4K of that? They put out I Still Know What You Did That Summer, which I wanted them to do for a while in like 2022, I think that, 23 when that came out? 22, 23? 23. It came out in 23. And Full Throttle doesn't even fucking have one. Glass, oh my God, Glass is just the same typical M. Night Shyamalan bullshit. This is the reason why I haven't watched Unbreakable again, because that leading that to Split to Glass, I'm just like, no, I don't want to watch Unbreakable no more. It's really Sixth Sense, Glass, Knock at a Cabin, fuck everything else.
So yeah, so that Steelbook, fantastic, everything, and the picture quality overall, very much worth it. Very sorry for people that will maybe never get to see it.
The same thing is happening with the Tombstone disc, apparently. So
unless for some reason they're just
Glass.
like, hey,
I meant signs.
You know what?
I meant signs. I did not say Glass. I meant signs. Anyway.
Maybe they'll be like, hey, let's release just a standard 4K release.
Oh, that's what common folk would have done. But no, they want to manipulate the public and gouge out. It's late stage capitalism, guys. Put the fucking thing on a steelbook and, not put out a regular release of it. And no, they put out a regular release of Gladiator, not Gladiator, Tombstone and Kingdom of Heaven. They're on 4K, but they're out only in the UK. But again, it is region free, so I guess you can pick it up if you want to.
Because it's like, if I had to, I obviously would do that. I just hate having the red
18. Yeah, I have Silence of the Lambs, the Arrow Edition 4K, and the slipcover has the 18 certificate on the red 18 on it. I was like, oh God.
It's just such an eyesore to me. It's like, I know that's how they do it and everything, but I'm just like,
it makes the MPAA look redeemable by comparison, because it's not an eyesore, it's only white.
So
it's only white. That's racist.
Oh God.
On to my main topic that I really wanted to talk about. In fact, I briefly talked about this several months ago, because when Tom was on here, he actually talked a little bit about it. I have now seen season 3 of Squid Game.
I heard it sucked.
Well, I beg to differ, but maybe I can.
I've heard so many negative things going out of this. I heard, and that's why I'm at some point. Part of me says that I wish I watched it from the beginning. But another part of me is like, thank God I didn't fall for this shit.
I think that, like, people talking about the ending and everything. Ending. It's overblown.
For what I understand, it's pretty much just it's not even an ending. It's pretty much the it's leading into the fucking American David Fincher series. Pretty much what it's apparently doing.
I think it's
not even an ending.
People talking about the ending and everything, it is just like, and why some people are attacking it. It's overblown. I think people did the same exact thing to the second season, and now they're acting like the second season is absolutely perfect. Because the second season.
Well, at least there was a third season on the way. I wouldn't have a complaint. If it's just what when I complain is the end of a show, not end of a season, end of a show. Because it's hard. It's hard to end a series. It's hard.
It is, and to me personally, I think the third season ends very solidly by finishing up the themes that the creator established in season 2, especially, and giving, a bittersweet kind of ending that, I feel as if people watch shows and obviously they want things to happen one way, and when it doesn't happen the one way that they have built up in their heads,
it's called subversion of
they get
expectations.
disappointed.
It happened in 2017. I will never forget this. December of 2017, subversion of expectations became to a lot of people unwarranted.
I don't even think like the show, like I don't even think the third season subverts anything. It just kind of, I don't know, continues based. I watch the third season and I hear people's complaints and everything, and I'm just kind of like, what did you really expect, guys? And I mean that in a positive way for the show itself. Because I'm like, obviously, did I maybe think that it would have gone a different way? I thought it was going a different way than it originally ended up going, but I think it makes sense, at least for the story, where the characters end up at the end. And I left the show satisfied. However, I do think that it's not the strongest finale for this show. And in fact, as much as I loved season 2 and 3, I would honestly say that season 2, in many ways, is just as perfect as the first season. Although I will say that season 2 does some things better than the first season, and then also does some things worse than the first season. So it kind of evens out in the end. But I think after watching season 2 and 3 together, because they tell one complete story, I ultimately don't know if this really needed to be 3 seasons of a TV show. I think, because I think everything that season 2 and 3
shows
says,
work, usually how K-dramas work, outside of Netflix originals, usually it's 16 episodes a season, and that's it. 16. And combine the order of season 2 episodes, season 3 episodes, you get 16.
Yeah.
It's pretty much just one season, just split up in 2 halves.
I think season 2 and 3 just ultimately, everything that it says in those 2 seasons was already said in the first season. So you're just kind of going through the same things, exploring the same things in different ways, but you're still, it's kind of like, I don't know, I don't know why I'm using this analogy or anything, but like you have some, Campbell's chicken noodle soup or something and everything, and you really going? It's just, it's your standard chicken noodle soup and everything. It's good, it's tasty and everything, but you know what, maybe you want to spice it up and everything. You put some pepper in it, you put some, I don't know, whatever other stuff.
I don't know what I put it. I usually just leave it as is. I don't put pepper on it.
And then, but it's like, at the end of the day, it's still chicken noodle soup. You just added more stuff to it and everything, and it still might very well be good. That's kind of season 2 and 3 in connection to season 1. But reviewing this series as a whole,
do you think that Netflix screwed the pooch and should just let it stay as a miniseries and pretty much was just a big fat cash grab? Because apparently, from what the message of the show is, it's kind of hypocritical that they put a fucking reality show based on this show to the general public.
In a way,
it goes against everything that the show
time,
apparently says.
At the same time, I'm happy that we have season 2 and 3, because I was even like right before we finished season 3, I was talking to Morgan about this, just because I love the ideas of the show and I love the concepts and I love the games and especially the characters as a whole, and how this story is told. If this show ran for 2 more seasons, I think I still would have been very happy. Would I have thought that it probably exhausted everything that it could possibly say? Probably, but I think I would still be very, very entertained. Because what Squid Games ultimately is a critique of capitalism.
It's again hypocritical that you put a fucking reality show based on this fucking show, guys.
Yes, and that reality show was apparently
at least
horrible.
At least nobody died in that reality show.
Nobody died, but they're going against everything that the show was trying to say because Netflix wanted money.
I think too that people watching the show, it's one of those things where they get the wrong things from the show, because you watch that first season and everything, and it's like, oh yeah, the games are so like entertaining and fun. Well, fun.
Yeah, you people die at have
people
fun.
are dying in this, but like it's very I could say that it's very, very entertaining to watch. But something that I noticed while I was watching the show, was I was keeping an eye on like IMDb to look at like the ratings for the episodes and everything, and I noticed a very heavy trend that whenever an episode specifically focused on like a game, the ratings were higher up. But anything that wasn't focused on the game, that was like character driven and focused deeply on those characters and telling the story as a whole, people rated them lesser. And I think some people might watch Squid Games and just only care about the games and seeing what they will see.
Sensationalist crap. It's insane.
Yes.
That's why I kind of got a little antsy when it became a phenomenon back in 2021. I'm like,
and this is why I didn't watch it for the longest time,
because I was fucking sick of people talking about it because it's all about the games, about them dying and all this stuff. I'm just like, please, fuck off. I want to get back to my WandaVision now. Fuck off.
It's like you watch the show and it's like, yes, those are the events that happen. People go into these games, they are down on their luck, and they have the chance of winning a lot of money if they get to the very end. But through that, you see all of these characters coming from all different walks of life who have completely, fallen on hard times. Some of them are there for, like, because it's like the world failed them. Some are there because maybe they deserve to be there. And you just see so many different kinds of people from all different walks of life and everything, and you put them in this room and you see how humanity can really just tear itself apart and everything. And I think that is intriguing to see. You see how you see these human beings basically being treated like cattle, and it's basically, we watch the games and the games are entertaining. Obviously they are like fun ideas, and concepts for the show itself. But I think it's really even critiquing how we sensationalize
think about it this way. Hunger Games, when that book came out, was just a commentary about this exact same fucking thing.
Yes.
However, to the audience's credit, they knew it was satire.
Mm-hmm.
To their credit. But with Squid Game, because Netflix audience, these games are cool. I remember I gotta go like Beavis. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, pretty much just like that.
Like there's so many, because like, and you look at these games and everything, and what are they based on? They're based on children's school games. Some of them are things that, you know, we ourselves have played before, and then some of them are completely tied to Korean, to Korea. And so to see that in a more violent kind of nature, again, it is fun to watch. Squid Games is a very, very entertaining show, but at the heart of it are characters that you end up loving, rooting for, absolutely despising, and hating. And I would say, actually, that the first season does a really good job of getting you to know that group of characters very, very well. Like you explore a majority of them in that, and you kind of see their backstories, what they're all about, and everything. And so that cast is very well rounded compared to season 2. But I have to say that season 2 and 3 might have, despite having better character development in season 1, season 2 might have the best cast. Season 2 and 3 might have the best cast overall. I loved every single one and hated a bunch of them too. The ones that you hate, they are extremely memorable. Even if you cannot remember their names.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Korean show.
I have learned that Korean names over Japanese names or anything are very, very hard to remember. But no, for like, I think too, season 2 has an extremely good start, because I would almost say that the first episode of season 2 might very well be my favorite episode of the entire show, and it's all due to this one actor that
he basically plays her name.
he basically plays the recruiter of the show, of the games. He challenges people, and then they eventually get wrapped up into the games. And that actor, I think he's the main guy in. Is it Train to Busan?
Train to Busan?
Yes, he's the main character.
The main guy who threw himself off the train to protect his daughter. Oh man!
I'm pretty sure he is that. Yeah. Also, there is this guy that's just called the front man. That actor is freaking fantastic. I loved every scene that he was in, but also at the heart of it, I can't remember his name, but it's Soul from The Acolyte.
Well, yeah, that's he plays the main character for all 3 seasons, though.
He is in all 3 seasons.
And then, you know,
he is phenomenal.
And then, obviously, I think he won the Emmy the first year. That's how he was cast in The Acolyte. And then we all know how The Acolyte turned out, because people are a bunch of pussies. But anyway,
I just he is very good in this show. Just kind of its beating heart. You just, I don't know how to describe him. He is just fantastic to watch. You love this character because at the beginning he's just kind of sad to watch. But you really do.
Most Korean media I ever watch is fucking depressing as hell. Anyway,
I know it really is. But there's some really good twists and turns throughout the show, and the set design, the set design, just production design overall is really wonderful with the show. It's got just a very memorable aesthetic. There's a reason why people dress up like this for Halloween. Because it's very easy to. I will say some weird kind of criticisms with the show. I know a lot of people talk about. There are these characters called the VIPs, which are these rich assholes from across the world.
Oh, great! Is this a Netflix trying to Americanize the show?
Well, they were in season 1 as well.
Never mind then.
So they come to the games and observe them, and you get to see their commentary, and they're all wearing masks. And what's weird is I'm pretty sure they are dubbed.
Oh,
but
God,
they
bad
are
ADR,
English.
wonderful.
So it is really weird because I obviously did not watch the
Don't you dare watch any dub of any live action foreign anything.
I did not watch the
if it's
dub
animated,
of this,
fine,
which
but
is
live action, you can't.
Terrible. But their lines are it's so weird, and I feel in some ways it's maybe intentional, like that maybe they're just like so like they see themselves as so high up in society and so above these people that like they're just very cold when they talk. But it does lead to some pretty cringy, laughable moments, I think, in season 3 especially. There's this one VIP who her voice is just very, very grating and annoying. It's a very bizarre choice that I don't fully understand. But no, I loved the show. The first season is a perfect season. I still would even say that the second season is just perfect as well. It obviously has the problem of the ending just kind of feeling like the ending of an episode rather than the ending of an entire season. But season 3, I will say, because I don't want to say that like seeing people kill each other and everything is fun, but the first 2 seasons are very entertaining to watch. But by the time you get to that 3rd season, there's just been a change of things, and the tone becomes a lot darker, oppressive, and I will say that the 3rd season is not as fun to watch. And I almost very much feel like that was intentional.
Well, look at Andor. That show was never fun to watch. I mean,
I feel like it's intentional just because, like, that's not what you're supposed to get out of this. You're supposed to see the critiques of capitalism. You're supposed to see all of these issues that the show brings up in its first season, and then just kind of regurgitates again in season 2 and 3. So yeah, I would say season 1 is the best, then season 2, which is almost on the same level. And then season 3 is really, really good. Whether you like the finale or not, it's completely up to you. Make your own decision on that. I think personally that it did a solid enough job, though didn't fully stick the landing, but I think it left it in like a really, really good place. And if that American show is happening and stuff,
well,
I
Fletcher
hope it's
signed
very
on
good.
to do it, so
I hope it's very, very good. But yeah, I love Squid Games. This is a 9 out of 10 show for me. Flaws and all. But yeah, that
my main issue is
that's my
again the
thought.
fact that it's. I'm not saying I'm criticizing the show because it's against capitalism. It's just like I feel like there's way too much eat the satires out there. I feel like this genre needs to fuck off. It kind of needs to die. It's getting old fast.
I think what at least helps it is that it's told from a different voice rather than
typical
because I
Americans.
feel like all the Eat the Rich movies and stuff have just been by, people of the U.S.
Mm-hmm. Except
and
for
I
Triangle
think they have
Sadness, which I heard is
basically
one of the
said
worst in this
everything that they
debacle.
could ever say about it.
Except for Triangle Sadness, apparently, but apparently everybody says the movie's
That was
shit.
mediocre.
So, huh?
Triangle Sadness was more like Triangle Boredom.
I heard it was a piece of shit. That's what I heard. It's a piece of shit. But yeah, maybe I'll watch it. Maybe I won't. I'm just sticking with my ER for the time being.
That's perfectly fine.
I mean, I'm gonna wait for this. Here's the thing, though. I feel like when it comes to, like you said this before, a lot of shows these days, whenever the creative team takes a big swing, which I assume this is what this show does at the end, it takes a big swing, and people are gonna get pissed off. Last of Us season 2, people got pissed off, and especially considering what they're gonna do for season 3.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, the viewers are, because I think the viewership for Last of Us season 2, it was high at the start, but then the finale it dropped considerably, and then season 3, I'm worried that the show is gonna get canceled. What if they're gonna do what they're gonna do?
I'm nervous about that too because like I haven't watched season 2, but like I know the criticisms of people that even love The Last of Us Part 2 video game, but as someone that has watched or has replayed The Last of Us Part 2, I have to say that the first half of that game, which is the second season, is really not that fun. You kind of have to have that second half, which ends up feeling more like how things were in the first game and everything. It's more fun and everything. It's one of those things where it's like you kind of have to have that second half for that first half to even
I get it, but practically
sense.
most of the leads of the show for the first 2 years are going to be gone next season.
And I don't know if they did this in one season, I think you could have gotten away with it. Although it would have been very hard, potentially. But I think if you had done this all in one season, maybe people would be on board for it. I think it's going to be very hard for people to be able to accept a story decision like this.
And then also another thing, it's just, to me, I feel like a lot of fans feel entitled these days. I saw a TikTok yesterday, literally fandom is in the shitter, because I think fandom used to be for quote unquote weirdos, nerds, just like us. And then when COVID happened, everybody became part of the fandom. And when everybody got in, and of course, antis were all antisocial because COVID, you had to stay inside. it didn't work out too great because it's every single fandom is toxic no matter what. Even the Squid Game fans, obviously, judging by that ending. But to me, I don't know. People say creators need to respect their audience. They don't have to respect you. They want to make the show they want to make. It doesn't require God forbid I mention Rian Johnson's name one more time.
Like we creatives are not entitled to creatives can make whatever the fuck they want. It's like you don't have to like it.
And here's the thing: people say, "Oh, I would write this season better." Really? Prove it. Prove it.
Oh, I hate people that do that and everything because I've seen. I have seen.
It's not easy. Let me put it that way.
That people have written. Okay, so it's funny because I did this myself just for fun one time, where I rewrote episode 1 trying to be closer to how the original Star Wars was. I found a YouTube channel and I will not name it, mostly because I cannot remember it. He was going through he was going to coming up with how he would have done the prequels. It just wasn't good. It genuinely.
Nor was episode 1 in general, but that's besides the point.
Yeah, I mean there is that too, but it's just obviously you can't do any better.
You can't. And that's why I feel like sometimes people shit on the sequel.
At least when I say I could have written it better, at least I follow through with it.
That's another thing. Most of these people do not follow through with that. Do you really know how to write it? Do you really know? But another thing too is that that goes to my whole Star Wars prequel hate Trey. But I'm just Star Wars is a very difficult franchise to write for. It's very difficult. Even the original trilogy was very difficult for George Lucas to fucking write for because you know what the fuck was it? Was this a trilogy? Was this 6 movies? Was it 12 movies? But it's like with because the prequels kind of, in some ways, people say the sequels ruined the reputation. No, the prequels did. Technically speaking, the prequels did it first. And you have to understand, people are like, the prequels are always good. No, they weren't. Everybody shot on them back when they came out. Even Revenge of the Sith, which I consider the best prequel movie, people shot on it back in the day in 2005. So it's I think that's why I hope one of these days the sequels are going to get a lot of attention and people are going to reappraise them. But then something else has to happen for the reappraisal to start.
I can only imagine the same thing happening to Acolyte.
I think Acolyte already has a cult following, though. It already has gained a cult following ever since it got canned.
We need to wait, 10, 15 more years because the kids that watched the sequel trilogy will be, adults and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And they will be sharing their love of it, similar to how it happened with the prequels. So
yeah. Hey Soren, that's not 4, it's 3. 3 never happened. It was direct-to-video garbage. 3 never happened. This is 3, and the TV show didn't happen either. Anyway, I guess I'll go through. But on that note, I might as well go.
Didn't happen either.
I don't know why the accent was kicking in all of a sudden, but let's talk about Ballerina, or with the fucking longer title, From the World of John Wick, Ballerina. Why the fuck did they market the movie that way? I have no idea.
Insane.
I have no idea. Well, it's a John Wick movie. I mean, there's not much more I could say about it because it's a John Wick movie, although it has John Wick's only in it for about 10 minutes. But I will say that the movie, the story, with me, with John Wick, I feel like the stories for 2 and 4 were the best. This one, since it's because it does involve a different character. Obviously, Ana de Armas is the lead, but it's more of a typical revenge movie. It's very similar to the first movie, except if it being about, getting revenge over somebody killing your dog, it's more about getting revenge over the people you care about. In this case, her father. And it is a typical revenge movie. So the story, it's fine, but it's not the most memorable thing in the world. However, I like the structure of it because it kind of pokes fun at John Wick cliches at some point. For example, in every single John Wick movie, you always got to have the scene where John Wick is going to go up to get his weapons, right before the big final battle, right? You got to get all the weapons. You have to show off all the weapons, give you the information about what these weapons do and their abilities. In this movie, they start doing that with Ana de Armas' character, and he goes to this gun store or something like that, the gun shop. And then what happens is that halfway through that scene, there's a shootout at the gun shop, and the scene just stops. And then it goes to this freaking shootout. It subverts the cliches of John Wick. And that's what I really appreciated about it, because, yeah, the John Wick formula was getting a little bit stale. Even with Chapter 4, which I consider to be the best one in the series, there's a formula to it. And this movie, in some ways, subverts the formula. And that's what I really enjoyed about it a lot. And you think that, because the first 30 or so minutes is more about setting up the character, right? Not so much about the story. And right when you think about she's protected this one chick from getting kidnapped by ransom, and you think, okay, now she's driving. It's 2 years later. She's driving off to this new destination. We're gonna find out the main story. But then when she's driving off, another car fucking hits her, and it goes to another action scene. I'm just like, it subverts a lot of expectations. Speaking about subverting everything, this movie is incredibly entertaining. It's obviously more action-packed than, say, is it more action-packed than Chapter 1? Yeah, it is. It is. I think this movie had more action than Chapter 1. 2, maybe 3. I mean, 3. The problem is with John Wick Chapter 3, it's my least favorite for a reason, because it has virtually no story to it. There's no character development. There's nothing that it's pretty much just a prequel to the 4th movie. It's pretty much a prelude, and I don't really like that. But with this movie, I think it's a little bit better than Chapter 3, but it's still near the bottom tier of my John Wick ranking, because I would go 4, 2, 1, this movie, and then 3. That's how I would go.
For me, 3, 2, 1, 4, and Ballerina.
But the action's fantastic, obviously, because it's a John Wick movie. Ana de Armas actually does pretty much, I think she did all her stunts, if not most of them, because she's clearly visible on the camera doing all this crazy shit. So, I think it's one of her better performances, because she's been doing a lot of crap lately. And I don't know how that Ron Howard movie is going to do, Eden. We got dumped by Vertical Entertainment, so probably is going to be shit. Plus, Sydney Sweeney's in it, so it's probably going to be shit, because everything she's in is practically shit. Anyway, enough about that before Trey gets on my ass next week. I think it's one of the better things she's done, because, she did Ghosted, which apparently was dog shit. I never saw it, but apparently it was written by AI, $300 million budget, Apple spending a crap ton of money on crap. Blonde, we don't talk about, because Andrew Dominic is a fucking hack. And I think she did another movie that I'm not remembering right now that wasn't very good. If somebody could tell me, let me know. But she's good. Keanu, I feel like the John Wick thing for him is getting a little old. He's playing it the same way, deadpan. The line delivery is awkward intentionally. I'm just like, to me, I want to see Keanu do something different now. Like, I do, because I think Keanu is a better actor than people give him credit for. I recently rewatched Speed last week, and I think out of all the action movies he's done, yeah, I love The Matrix, but something tells me Speed is my favorite action movie Keanu's ever done. Like, because and his performance in that is legitimately really good. Really, really good. So, I don't know. I feel like maybe he should do a comedy. I already mentioned Ghosted. I've already mentioned Ghosted,
Well,
but
he did do Toy Story 4, so.
and he was hilarious in Toy Story 4. He was hilarious. He was absolutely hysterical in that. And
And also the Bill and Ted movies. They're
again, I haven't seen any of the Bill and Ted movies. I haven't seen any of them.
There's a new movie he's gonna be in that I saw a trailer for.
Oh, that's what it was. That's what it was. Deep Water. Sam Levinson, you're a fucking hack.
Oh yeah, Deep Water. About that movie, yeah.
Good Fortune, is that what you're referring to, Jared? Is that what it is? Because he's Jose's saying that he has a new movie called Good Fortune in October. Is that the movie you're talking about?
Yes, that's the Aziz Ansari movie.
Oh, I haven't had that name in a while. Oh, I forgot he was in fucking Sonic. I forgot he played Shadow. I don't know if he played it like John Wick. I would hope not, but.
And apparently he's going to be in the new Ruben Ostlund movie, Triangle of Sadness.
No. It's called the entertainment system is down. Why do I know that? Kirsten's in it.
So basically, that movie he's going to be in, Keanu plays a angel named Gabriel, but he's a budget guardian angel. For Aziz Ansari
and Roofman this year.
Huh?
Yeah, between this and Roofman this year, right? Kirsten.
Yes, of course. I mentioned Roofman at the beginning of the show. Trailer came out. Everybody probably got mad at me for it. Anyway, yes, that sounds funny though. Is that a comedy?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah, and it's got Seth Rogen, Keke
Rogen's
Palmer, and Sandra Oh in it.
Oh, that's not a bad cast. Seth Rogen's a mixed bag because I think whenever he's working with Apatow, he is so good when he's working with Apatow. I haven't seen The Studio, this TV show. I heard that shit is fucking hilarious, and it's one of the better things that Apple's done apparently. So, yeah, it's fun. Yeah, you mentioned Gabriel and Constantine. Wasn't that Tilda Swinton's character? Wasn't it Gabriel? Yeah. But yeah, Ballerina, not so much I could say about it because it's a typical action John Wicky movie. Because if you've seen it 4 times, there's not really much more I could say about it. But I will say the problems I have with it. Some of the problems I feel like I already said John Wick himself being in it was a little forced. Did I say that? No, I said Keanu was doing the same thing, but John Wick didn't need to be in this movie. He felt kind of forced in. And
he was forced.
He was forced in. And I think, doesn't this take place after Chapter 3, but before Chapter 4 or during Chapter 4? I don't know.
Chapter 3, I believe.
I don't even think it's during Chapter 3 because why the hell is he fucking in Prague? He should be in the desert in Chapter 3. I don't know. I don't know what the timeline says. It's all a big mess at this point. But I felt like it was very forced in. He really didn't have anything to do. It's not his movie. Right? It felt like to me, and he was only there to be kind of the Deus Ex Machina towards the end with the flamethrower scene. I'm just like, let Ana de Armas lead this movie without Keanu taking you out of it because of the John Wick movie. That's what I felt. And then also, there is this plot line about her sister that goes absolutely nowhere. It goes absolutely nowhere. When it first shows up, it's not even 5 minutes before they dispose of that entirely. Complete waste of time. Cut that shit out. And I don't know if it's necessarily a flaw with the movie, but just because how it performed, the movie ends on sequel bait. This movie flopped. We're never gonna get a fucking sequel to this. I think I don't know how Donnie Yen's gonna do his spinoff, but I don't know how that's gonna perform. I hope to God they still don't make Chapter 5. I don't give a fuck. You ended after Chapter 4. If you want to go with more John Wick, do these spinoffs. Don't do no more main installment John Wick movies. It's over. He's dead. He did not fake his own death. He's dead. Okay, dead. Leave Good Enough alone. But no, Lionsgate is fucking desperate because they can't have a fucking hit. Look at Hurry Up Tomorrow. Shut the fuck up. It bombed. You have this movie that flopped. I bet you Americana's gonna flop. Housemaid's gonna flop. the only movie I could see them making money for in these at this current time is the new Hunger Games movie when it comes out next year. Maybe The Long Walk as well. It seems like Francis Lawrence is always making their money makers and nobody else.
Yep.
But I had a good time. It's not a bad movie, but I found it enjoyable. It was a good time waster. 4 out of 5. It's not bad. It's not bad. Well, yeah, but here's the thing: Saw, Lionsgate still owns Saw. Because they own half of Saw, right? Twisted Pictures owns the other half. Twisted Pictures sold their half to Blumhouse, so they still technically own Saw per their half of the deal. Does that make sense? I don't think so. I almost want Vic to watch Hurry Up Tomorrow so we can rant about it. I don't want to be watching no Our House movie.
I straight up refuse to watch that movie.
I mean, did you see the clip with the shut the fuck up? It's fucking hysterical.
I do want to experience it though, just to say I did, and then
because
move on.
I don't want to see fucking The Weeknd act ever again. I thought The Idol was bad, and that's Sam Levinson's own damn fault. But from what he's not a good actor, and I feel like this movie could hurt his career big time. It's big. I think that's what I think. So that's it. That's all I can say about Ballerina. That's all I can say. So let's move on to the actual topic of the show, which is our 4th of July special that I came up with at last minute because I don't know if you were here, Jared, but it was originally the wheel originally landed on I think one of your movies. Yeah, one of your movies, and then we had to pick wheel because we weren't sure we were going to be here, and then we picked on Emperor's New Groove, and I feel like I forgot. Fuck, it's 4th of July. We got to pick something. And then because we did Independence Day, we did Air Force One. I'm just like, I'm running out of material here. What am I going to choose? Oh, I don't know who said Team America. It could have been, I think it was Shane who said Team America. And I'm like, okay, let's try another Trey Parker, Matt Stone movie because South Park went so well, did it? But we're trying again. Team America, World Police, right now.
Rolling Stone raves. Team America is outrageously, gut-bustingly hilarious. It's the hottest look ever at naked puppets. Amazing. This is the funniest movie of the year. Team America, World Police. Rated R. Only in theaters.
Literally, all the best scenes are not in the trailer. Oh, boy. I mean, this movie, I don't know what the fuck I was expecting with Team America. But it's a movie, all right. It's a movie, and it is a 2004 puppetry comedy film directed by Trey Parker, written by Trey Parker, Matt Stone, and Pam Brady, all writers on South Park, by the way. Produced by Scott Rudin, piece of shit. Trey Parker and Matt Stone, featuring the voices of Trey Parker, Matt Stone, Kristen Miller, Nasasa Moyo, Darren Morris, Philip Hendry, Laurice LaMarche, Christy Matt
Damon,
Margolette, I think, Jeremy Shada, who was on Lost. He played younger Charlie, or was he younger Liam? One of them. He played either younger Charlie, and he's also Finn in Adventure Time, by the way. And Fred Tatascore, I think. Yeah. Released October 15th, 2004. That's like what? 4 weeks into Lost? Was this the week that Walkabout aired? Don't tell me what I can't do ever. Released October 15th, 2000. I'm gonna look that up.
Take a drink.
October 15th, 2004. It came out. Released by Paramount Pictures. Budget $32 million. It made $51.1 million. No, not 51. $51 million. Just $51 million. So pretty much the movie flopped big time. When North Korean leader Kim Jong-il, I shit you not, Kim Jong-il is in this movie, orchestrates a global terrorist plot. It's up to the heavily armed marionettes of the heavily specialized Team America unit to stop his dastardly scheme. The group, which includes the thespian-averse technology expert Chris, not only has to face against Jong-il, but they also must contend with the Film Actors Guild. It actually says the abbreviation, but I'm not gonna say that on this show just in case.
Yeah, no.
a contra of Hollywood liberals at odds with Team America's policing the world tactics. 77% real on Rotten Tomatoes, 7.2 out of time DB on Metacritic. I don't know what the fuck it is. And then on Letterboxd, I think that's a 3.5. I don't know what it is on Metacritic. I don't know what it is on CinemaScore. If anybody can tell me, that would be great. I'll say this first. First of all, it's a movie. It is a movie, but I didn't know what I was expecting. And in some ways, I feel in certain ways, what Jared felt when he watched South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut, but the exact opposite. You remember, Jared, when you were talking about it, you felt like the Trey Parker, Matt Stone went too far with certain jokes.
Yeah.
I feel like they were not hard enough with this movie. I don't think they went far enough. Because I thought this movie was going to be satirizing the war on terror, the Bush administration. I thought this was that. In some ways it is. I think in some ways it is. But I feel like they didn't go hard enough. Especially considering Trey Parker and Matt Stone just don't give a fuck about anybody.
Funny thing you mentioned Shark Tale, Jose, because arguably this should have been nominated animated feature over Shark Tale.
I really think
there's live action elements to it.
The detriment to this movie is that it actually really doesn't go far enough and everything, and I think
it would be funny
hard to. I think it's hard to understand, especially now, if you don't know anything about the era that it came out in.
Mm-hmm. I feel like in some ways it is easy, but in other ways it's not. But
it's easy because we grew up in the
I grew up with the Bush administration.
During the Bush administration and
stuff. Yeah, Chris Stuckman.
So it's like we know these things, or we at least know the aftermath of them. Whereas, like, I can see, especially people years from now, just being like, "What the fuck is this?"
Completely lost.
Yes,
and they would think that this was just a parody of Thunderbirds, which in some ways it is. It is. I think it's a better Thunderbirds movie than the actual Thunderbirds movie that came out the same fucking year.
I will say too, when I was a kid, I don't remember this movie coming out necessarily, but I remember seeing the posters for it and maybe some like footage of it, and it just kind of creeped me out and scared me because of the marionette puppets. And I will say, watching it now, it still incredibly made me uncomfortable.
It is a little uncanny valley, but again, it's like the same thing like Thunderbirds. It's the same thing. Although I will say, before I go any further, this has the funniest reasoning for an R rating ever. It's rated R for graphic, crude, and sexual humor, violent images, and strong language, all involving puppets.
Oh my gosh!
But
and the thing about that MPAA rating originally.
Okay. I watched the unrated cut of this movie, and all the unrated cut ads. That's all. This is the only thing it adds. It makes the sex scene even longer. And it's fucking. That's one of the parts that made me die of laughing. Legit, that's one of the best scenes of the entire movie. That's one of the best. It's the most shocking scene, but
to be honest, that sex scene went on a bit too long, even in the theatrical cut.
The unrated cut. I don't know if anybody saw the unrated cut. I don't know if you two did, but
I watched what was ever on Paramount
unrated cut. If you see, what's her face? The Lisa shitting all over the main character. He shits literally.
Okay,
shit.
Did not see that.
Yeah, that's in the unrated cut. I think he pisses.
That was a bit too far. That was a bit too far. It's one of the few times I'm glad the MPAA put their foot down.
I don't care. I think Trey Parker. Same thing. I don't think so, because again, what is South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut about? Censorship. That's pretty much what it is. I feel like they should have just, and especially considering it's puppets, it's not a big deal. If it was humans, then we'd have a problem. Then it would get NC-17 throughout everything in the entire movie. But it's puppets. Calm the fuck down. Like Sausage Party got an R with no cuts required, if memory serves me correctly.
No, it got an NC-17, but turns out all they had to do was shave off characters' pubes.
I don't care. I like Sausage Party. I don't care. I like that movie. I don't care. I think a lot of it. Okay, the outside of some of the puppet sex, one of my favorite scenes is really the opening 10 minutes when they go to Paris and they start fucking shooting. I think it's supposed to be Al Qaeda. I think it's supposed to be. It looks like Bin Laden, even though the character's not called Bin Laden. Yeah. But they just destroy the entirety of Paris. The Eiffel Tower goes down. The Louvre goes down. This makes the second time we talked about a movie.
Yeah, and they also inspired the G.I. Joe movie with the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, and then like the fun part that always gets me going is when the one guy gets killed at the beginning, and the way he just dies, it's like it's on the guts, and it just goes like this the entire time in slow motion. It's so dark, but it's so funny.
Something that I quite enjoyed too with this movie, and it's something that I do like in movies. When all of a sudden, like, you'll have a movie that's just, going along and everything, and then it just, all of a sudden, without really, telling you or anything, just becomes super overly violent, just out of nowhere. And it's so freaking funny to me, because, like, I don't love this movie or anything, but one of the things I did love in it, I'm talking about the movie The Interview, was just how hyper violent it just got in its last act and everything.
I heard it got very violent at the end.
Yes.
But and then not only that, but then you made it even funnier when we cut to New York and we cut to this musical. I think it's called Serve the Musical. What was it called? It was pretty much what this is. This musical that Gary, the main character, is in. It's Rent. It's just Rent because the logo looks the same. And then they say everyone has AIDS. That's what Rent is about. That's what Jonathan Larson died from.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. Oh my god. That whole song is so funny.
The songs are really good in this.
It's not my favorite song, but it's like my second favorite song. I think my favorite song, to me, it might be the Pearl Harbor one, where they just shit on Pearl Harbor for like a minute and a half. Michael Bay's Pearl Harbor.
Oh my god, he talks about how Cuba Gooding Jr. is a better actor than Ben Affleck. Which is funny
because he just did Boat Trip the year prior.
Also, the America Fuck Yeah song should have been nominated.
I didn't know that came from this.
I did. I knew that. I did. But yeah, and then the Kim Jong-un musical number where he talks about how lonely he is. And it's in broken English.
Isn't that Trolls Band Together fan every night?
Oh jeez. Yeah, I think in terms of the songs, are they better than the ones in Bigger, Longer, and Uncut? Probably yes, because I can remember them more. I can only remember two off the top of my head in terms of the South Park. Even though I prefer Bigger, Longer, and Uncut as a film, I like the songs here better because it's not a musical. Yeah, there's only like 2 straight musical numbers: the Everyone Has AIDS and the I'm So Wrong song. But they're just songs, like, just like regular songs that just happened to write for this movie. Like, there's a scene where it's all montage. And what is the song about? It's about how montages are edited. That's all the song is. And then, other parts they really like, we have to mention the Film Actors Guild. Again, I'm not going to say the abbreviation because they make it into a running joke honestly, judging by how their logo is and everything like that, I think this guild is supposed to represent Scientology. Something tells me it kind of looks like Scientology. Right before South Park took down Scientology with the Trapped in the Closet 2-parter, I think in 2006. Yeah. With R. Kelly and stuff. Yeah, I feel like that I think that's what they were parodying. But I feel, and also what's funny is that some of the people featured, like that their quote unquote likenesses are, some of them found it funny. Like Alec Baldwin apparently found this movie fucking hilarious, and his depiction of himself hilarious.
I was going to say something, and I cannot remember it anymore, but that there's something that they say about Alec Baldwin in this movie. I can't remember what it was, but when I heard it, I was like, oof, because all I could think of is the Rust situation.
Yes, that's like the same thing. I know what you're talking about. I can only think of he's the greatest actor in the world. I'm just like, after Rust?
Yeah, and they say, oh my gosh, they say something about it like, I can't remember, but yeah.
I'm gonna have to try and look this up. I have to try and look this up myself. Yeah, because it's funny, but oh my god, let me see if I can fucking find it. I don't know what it is right now, but I don't remember. I don't remember. But like Kim Jong-il goes after Alec, he hates Alec Baldwin so much because he doesn't go with his plan. It's like they get taken advantage of. And I love it how most of the time with the celebrities, I think Trey and Matt voice every single one of them, and they don't even try to hide. Even the women, like they don't even try to hide that it's them.
I will say, and you know, it's just simply due to the fact that I've watched a lot of South Park and everything, so like every single character just kind of ended up sounding like what's his face, the teacher in
McCurry.
Yeah, because it is Trey Parker voicing him and everything, so it's just
I feel like at certain points certain characters sounded like Cartman to me. Like King Jong-il sounds exactly like Cartman, almost
because
exactly
all
like
of a sudden
Cartman.
I'm like, that these just sound like South Point or not South Park characters.
Yeah. Oh my. And then there's another scene where I feel like another thing too is that the movie doesn't do enough with the political satire it's trying to do. Instead, it just does a lot of dick and fart jokes. And I think at the end of the movie, it gets real old real quickly. I want to see more satire, and that's saying a lot because the South Park movie, I gave it 5 stars. I loved every moment of it. But for this movie, some of the jokes got way too old very quickly.
That's why I didn't find this one as entertaining as South Park, like whether it's the movie or like the show.
Oh god, Shade's back on now. Oh boy, he's gonna say to me.
Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, but Victor, so you're world famous now on character AI. You're a part of history.
Oh God, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, you said you'd star in an Ari Aster film, even if you had to have you had to fornicate with William Dafoe.
What the fuck? I would not fornicate with William Dafoe. He's a great actor, but I would not fornicate with him.
You know what's funny as well? All I said was that you when I put your characteristics, right? I put one true thing in there. I said that you think Lost is the greatest TV show ever. So I put that in there. I put that you're a huge movie fan, but the 2 things I put that weren't true was that you love Ari Aster and you love Sean Baker.
Oh God.
No. And yeah, so you said you fornicate with William Dafoe, and then that you would have a 3-way with Ari Aster and Sean Baker.
No.
You think Minecraft is better than Oppenheimer, and he called it a bore fest.
What the fuck? Did they not realize I gave Minecraft a 0 and Oppenheimer a 5?
I don't even know if I put that you like Minecraft, but I guess you did. But anyway, you also think Halloween Ends is one of the best in the franchise.
Oh my God, dude.
You also liked Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Give him any ideas, for fuck's sake.
Oh, I think he did like Sydney Sweeney too, but he also said that Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 was an underrated gem. And you also listed all the people you would fornicate with. So you had Ari Aster, Martin Scorsese, Sean Baker. I can't even remember. It was a long list. Again, I'm gonna have to timestamp it and then email it to you so you can watch it. I don't know.
It.
Huh?
I thought you already timestamped it.
I can't remember, but I'm gonna do that. And if you all could do me a favor, because I may not be on here next week either, because again, I have a friend over this vacation. But if y'all could do me one favor, I want y'all, like you did to the AI review of the popcorn panel, I want y'all to react to your AI encounter, or my AI encounter with you.
If I remember, I'll do it. If I remember, no guarantees, but if I remember.
Oh, I'll make sure to remind you, even if I only come in for a few seconds, I'll be like, hey Victor, hey everybody, do you want to see Victor react to the AI thing?
God, Jesus Christ, help me. Oh,
what are y'all talking about right now, actually?
We're talking about the movie. We're talking about Team America and how much I liked it, even though it's not my favorite Parker Stone collaboration, because I think I like the South Park movie more. And,
I agree with you there. But yeah, so Jose said yes, he wants to see it. But yeah, so we'll definitely I'll definitely remind Victor to do it next week. I'll make sure to get everything ready for him to do it.
Oh, another thing I want to mention too about this movie that
But I'll get going, guys, so y'all can finish up.
Okay.
Y'all take care.
All right. So
and I'll say how you said it last week, Victor. All hail Ari Aster, our Lord and Savior. Anyway, take care.
Christ, dude. What the fuck? Okay. So what I was going to say, if I even remember to say, this is the movie that introduced the joke of Matt Damon to everybody, and that's where kind of the recurring joke on this show. Whenever we review a movie with Matt Damon, I always say Matt Damon.
I wondered where that came from.
That's where this is where it came from. Because that's all he says, Matt Damon. And apparently Matt Damon was actually confused by his portrayal of the movie. He didn't outright hate it, but he was just confused about what was happening. And I think that's the point. I don't know if they thought, and again, I don't think, because Alec Baldwin and George Clooney are depicted in this movie, and they both ended up finding this movie hilarious, both of them. So I don't think it's trying to go after them in particular and just do it just to fuck with people. They didn't do it to fuck with people. They just did it just because it was funny. And also, although to be fair, considering that they were in Bowling for Columbine, I don't know what was going on with Michael Moore in this movie, because they depict Michael Moore as like a freaking, he has a bomb on his chest and he explodes the entire Team America headquarters and pretty much becomes a terrorist. I don't know if, considering they were in Bowling for Columbine, I don't know if Michael Moore found that funny or not, but just because remember, this came out the same year as Fahrenheit 9/11, well, probably the highest grossing documentary still, I think. This came out the same year. And it's like, because that's when Michael Moore was on top, popular, because Fahrenheit 9/11 was such a big deal back when it came out. But, the picture of Michael, I'm surprised they even got away with Michael Moore and Peter Jennings from ABC News. I'm just like.
Actually, it was the Michael Jackson documentary, This Is It, the highest grossing documentary.
Oh, fuck. I guess, but for a while it was. I guess the Michael Jackson one did a lot more money. And then, I find it to be funny, and the fight scene with all of them, and it's fucking hilarious. And
I love with the something that I loved with. Well, I'll say some things like with the puppetry and everything in this, because it is really funny. I love how the beginning of the movie shows puppets, and then the puppets using other smaller puppets. That's how the beginning of the movie is.
Yeah. And another thing to note is that there are you see all the strings. They don't remove them in post or anything like that. You see all the strings throughout the entire movie.
I love at the very end of the movie. There's these Black Panthers.
And they're real. They're actual Black Panther. That's why I think it's a live action movie. It's not animated movie. It's live action because of that fucking thing
but
alone.
It's just cats.
Yeah, it's just cats. It's just cats.
They're just cats.
And it's just Bill Pope shooting cats. Yes, Bill Pope, the DP of Spider-Man 2, that came out like 4 months prior, did this movie. By the way, happy 21st birthday, Spider-Man 2, 21 yesterday. One of my favorite movies of all time. But yeah, like I loved that cat. So the joke about the cat, and it just beat the shit out of the puppets.
Oh my god, and it's so violent yet again. Just so much blood and gore.
I will say some jokes are dragged out, especially with the 3 kinds of people thing. The first time when he's at the bar and he's drunk and the guy tells him that, it's funny. But then when he says it as like the speech, because obviously it's a Trey Parker, Matt Stone thing. They always in South Park, they always let Kyle do the fucking speech, the moral of the entire thing, and he does that, but it's the same joke again. And it's not funny the second time.
Yeah, it's just.
The first time was funny, but the second time was not funny.
I agree because like first time and everything, it's funny and everything, but then like it's supposed to be like the moral of the story and everything, and it's just like you're trying to be serious with this joke, and it's just not.
They're playing it straight. I don't know if that works.
For me, I like portions of the movie throughout. I chuckled quite a bit throughout. There were some jokes that I just didn't really find all that funny, and I found that
I think I know which one.
Kind of flat.
I think some of the jokes that do drag. The only scene that I feel like was dragged out, but that's actually funny, was when after Gary exits the bar and he just vomits and he just keeps, and then he thinks he stopped, and then he just keeps vomiting. That's one of the only parts where they dragged out the joke and it was funny.
I think the movie begins strong and ends mostly strong too, with some things throughout the middle and everything that are extremely memorable and fun.
Yeah, I will say, like, it is like, to me, the middle portion that kind of
I'll say too that like I don't have a strong interest to maybe like revisit it, but I will say if I ever did, I would maybe brush up on the geopolitical climate of 2000.
They also said, Trey Parker also said this is kind of a parody of Jerry Bruckheimer produced movies, and in some ways I kind of see it.
Yeah. I could see it.
Right to the point where they pretty much call out Pearl Harbor by name, which Bruckheimer did produce. So, and you could see it like a bunch of. I think the action actually done pretty well, especially the chase scene.
Is this the last feature movie and everything that they did?
Well, technically, they have another one coming with Kendrick Lamar. They're having another one.
Okay.
It's their first one since this, I believe, though.
Okay, because I was looking and
although
everything.
It is going to be a full live action movie, and I consider this to be live action. I don't consider this to be animated. I consider this to be live action because there's live action elements. It's shot with a camera. It's live action. There's even the scene where Gary goes to Washington D.C. and you see everything, like all the Washington monuments.
Mm-hmm.
It's not puppets. It's like real Washington monuments. It's on some shitty handycam.
Then what? In that case, what would replace Shark Tale for animated feature?
I don't know. I don't know what came out in 2004 other than The Incredibles and Shark Tale, Trek 2 and Shark Tale. Fuck. Was there a Ghibli movie that came out that year? I don't think so.
Polar Express.
No, that's mocap. I don't know if that would count.
The Ghost in the Shell sequel.
Well, I don't like the first one, so what makes me think I'm going to like the second one? I don't know. It's harder. A little bit of a weak year. Did Rugrats Go Wild and came out in 04 or was that 03?
03.
Damn it. It must have been at the end of 03 then. Damn it. But yeah, I don't know. But I enjoyed the movie for the most part. Again, I feel like it does kind of over because the thing about South Park, I can't believe I'm comparing South Park Bigger Long Uncut to this again. But the South Park movie was only 81 minutes, and that's with credits. It did not overstay its welcome. This movie is 98 minutes, and I feel like it kind of overstays its welcome just a little bit. I think that's the issue here. You know, if it was like 80 something minutes, this would have been
the SpongeBob movie.
Oh, the SpongeBob. There you go. You can add that there. And actually, to be, even though I think I like Basketball a little more, and that's a movie they did not write or direct. I think I like Basketball
I definitely
more.
like Basketball more than this.
Because that made me laugh my ass off. But yeah, to me, it's like one of the weaker Parker and Stone collaborations, but still not bad. I still consider it to be pretty good. I'm gonna give it a 4.
Yeah, 8 out of 10.
I gave it a 6, which I feel kind of like that's kind of harsh for me and everything. But it wasn't my thing really, and I liked Basketball more, and I liked South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut more. I just thought it got kind of tiring, but there are nuggets in it that I just really, really enjoy, and I'm going to remember those, and especially the music.
Yeah, the music
the songs
is
in this
absolutely
are
fantastic.
So yeah,
I love it. I mean, like the fucking. I mean, the puppet sex scene again. I can't reiterate how hilarious that fucking thing was. I can't. Oh, that's right. They did do Orgasmo. I have not seen Orgasmo. That's the one movie they did that actually got an NC-17, uncut NC-17. I haven't seen it, but I don't know how that would be considering it'll be like my second NC-17 movie. I've only seen Showgirls, and that movie's a piece of shit, no matter what rating it is. But yeah. I'm telling you, that Pearl Harbor song is fucking hilarious because this is back when Ben Affleck was really criticized. Was this after Bennifer? Yeah, this is after they broke up the first time. So, he was the punching bag. G. Lee had come out, Daredevil, Pearl Harbor. And it's funny that they say that Cuba Gooding was a better actor considering I think Cuba Gooding after Jerry Maguire, not after Jerry Maguire. Isn't he in As Good as It Gets? If so, after As Good as It Gets, everything went downhill for him. Everything.
No, Ben Affleck wasn't in As Good as It Gets.
No, because Cuba Gooding Jr. was he in As Good as It Gets?
Yeah.
He was. So everything after that went down the shitter. Chill Factor, which was a Speed knockoff. You have Boat Trip. Daddy Day Camp. Why they make a sequel?
He was in Red Rage, which I hear funny things about.
I have the disc. I have the Blu-ray of it.
Zoolander movie.
Oh, he's in Zoolander? I never even seen fucking Zoolander. Everybody tells me that movie is funny, but not the second one.
American Gangster, Don John, The Butler, Selma.
He's in a lot.
Red
so,
Tail.
Yeah, he's in some good things,
but in the 2000s, like again, Boat Trip, apparently one of the most homophobic movies ever made, from what I understand. So because I think it was like he and his friend going on this boat trip, and he wants to get have sex with a bunch of these girls, but instead they're on a gay boat.
Wow,
that's the whole movie. They're on a gay boat, and they have to deal with it. I think that's what the plot is, right? Isn't that what it is? It's a gay boat? I'm going to look that up again. Hold on. Yes, it's a cruise for gay men. How the fuck did they get away with this shit back then?
Oh my god.
I thought today was bad. I thought today you would it could get oh my god, dude. Oh my god. But yeah, there's not much more I could say. I guess I will give it 4. But I would have spun the wheel, but we can't because we have plans to do Emperor's New Groove, even though we're not going to do Kronk's New Groove because fuck direct-to-video sequel.
Oh yeah,
And we're not going to talk about
New Groove isn't even that good. So
what.
Kronk's New Groove was okay,
we're not going to talk about the TV show The Emperor's New School either.
I do like that show though.
But I haven't seen this movie in God knows how long.
This is maybe a top 10 Disney movie for me.
Because this is the first. Is this the first one post Renaissance?
Fantasia 2000.
Yeah.
No, Fantasia 2000 is. I keep on forgetting that Fantasia 2000.
Because there was Fantasia
and
2000 and the Dinosaur, and then this.
Oh, right, because Dinosaur's now canon. It wasn't canon before, but now it's canon. Fuck, I forgot about Dinosaur 2.
Trust me, everyone else did.
I don't. Dinosaur's okay. I like Fantasia 2000 better.
Yeah, it was
Dinosaur.
okay. Yeah, good visuals, but basic story.
No, crappy screenplay. Love Monkey.
That is the worst part of that movie, Love Monkey.
Oh god damn! And I also need to think about what I'm gonna do for the one year, not the 1 year anniversary. It's fucking 3 years we've been doing this. I gotta figure that out. Although Hunter did just
what did you do for the first? What did you do for the first anniversaries?
We did. Fuck. Did we do the Blair Witch Project the first year? Yeah, we did.
Yes.
We did the Matrix last year. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. I have to think about it. Seriously think about it. And also, Hunter told me, we should I don't know when Shark Week is, but he suggested maybe doing Deep Blue Sea. I don't know. Maybe I'll think about it. But I want to spin the wheel.
Let's not do a Minecraft movie.
Let's not. Let's not. I don't want to do that again.
Yeah, the review was enough.
Yeah, my review was enough. It was way
too soon.
Yeah, way too fucking soon. Actually, wait, July 7th is fucking Shark Week. That would be next week, and we have to do fucking what do you call it? Emperor's New Groove anyway. Oh, we're fucked. We're fucked. We can't do Shark Week. We're so fucked. We can't do
next year.
Yeah, maybe next year or maybe at the end of summer. We'll think about it. 3-year anniversary, Spider-Man 2. Well, it's on the wheel. I mean, I would cheat and be indulgent and do Dance-Mania 4. I'll be cheap and indulgent, but
Dance-Mania 4, can't wait to see it.
But people would probably complain I would go 4 hours anyway. But I have to think about it. I gotta seriously think about it. Scratch that. Do No, that has to be for a special occasion. That has to be Sharknado. If I'm like,
I heard those movies were stupid.
I have to literally drink to watch. I love the first 3 Sharknados. That's the only ones I've seen. The first 3. I saw 2 and 3 live on the air on Sci-Fi Channel. 2 was one of the funniest live things I've ever seen in my entire life because my parents were watching this and I was laughing and my mom and dad were like, "What the fuck are you seeing in this shit?" Oh my! No, judging by Vic said we're going 8 hours this time. No, not even I could do that. I'd probably get fucking tired.
Oh man, would. Yeah, I would.
But dead. I have to seriously think about it. We have to do something big. I can't fuck around. I really can't. I can also be indulgent and do Companion again. But again, we've seen everybody but Jared's seen it, so I hold that off for the time being. Anyway, I just got it off iTunes for $10 last night. $10 for Companion on a new fucking movie on iTunes. I got it for $10. I will get the physical copy soon. Don't worry, but I need.
That's practically a scam. Ed and Eddie would be proud of that.
Practically a scam. Well, Companion is actually the full movie compared to Ed and Eddie. It's actually the full movie. They don't cut out parts of it. But yeah, I'm already coughing. I'm already losing it. So next week will be the Emperor's New Groove. And as for what we do next, I don't know. But it's funny because we're doing Emperor's New Groove, and yet, Jared, you're not even through the Renaissance yet. You did
Nope.
Beauty and the Beast, so you're on Aladdin now.
I'm on Aladdin. Let's see. It sucks because I was lazy and didn't do my Superman review, so I need to. I got to do Aladdin this week. I'll probably do my Superman review as well. I'll probably film those at the same time because I need to speed run through my Superman reviews still.
Yeah, because it comes out literally in about what, 2 weeks?
Yep.
No, week.
No, next week.
Jesus Christ, that's so fast.
Yep.
Jesus.
Yeah, and I also have 9 Harry Potter movies to watch.
Get ready for some Superman on my channel.
And yeah, and I already did like a fucking ranking about Final Destination. I already did that. For Jared, for your sake, I'll go over it quickly. 4 is the worst, then 2, then 5, then Bloodlines, then 3, then 1. 1's my number 1. 1 is my number 1. For the first one,
It's hard to beat number 1. It's
people think 2. Now 2 is like the second worst because I love parts of 2, but my God, I hate what they did with Alex. I hate what they did with Clear. This is called disrespectful legacy character bullshit. Not even Scream 5 and 6 did that. But yeah, hopefully next week. Well, not hopefully. We are going to be here next week. Hopefully. Well, stop saying hopefully or else it's not going to happen. So I hope y'all have a good Independence Day, even though America's in the toilet right now. But watch the aliens blow up the White House again. Maybe you'll feel better. And maybe watch the Fishermen slicing and dicing people on 4th of July because that new movie's coming out in 2 weeks anyway, and I can't wait. So yeah, that's it. We're done here. Early, might I add. But anyway, I'm glad I'm done early. Bye.